Hi there folks, welcome back to Rich Reviews. I hope you're enjoying your week. I know I am. So considering the fact it is October and there's plenty of horror films to go around for everyone, the latest of films that didn't get a wide release in theaters or didn't make much money or found their way on the internet, and that film is here, Amityville: The Awakening. This is written and directed by Frank Qualm, and so this thing was shot in 2014 of all things. I remember seeing a trailer for this in the December of 2014 of all things. This was supposed to be released in the early months of 2015. Then it got pushed back. Reshoots were then ordered. Then it got pushed back to 2016. It was going to be released in 2016. Further reshoots were then ordered, then pushed back further into 2016. Then according to Box Office Mojo, the release date was to be determined. Then it moved to 2017 and was supposed to be released on April 1st, 2017, according to the poster on Wikipedia. And then it got pushed back even further to a point of unknown origin, and then now it's finally being released on Google Play, I think it is, in a handful of theaters. This is attempting to be a direct sequel to the 1979 film, pretending that any of those sequels that came after it, plus the remake of the 2005 film, non-existent basically here. The good news here is this film does not even deserve to be in the worst films of the year. Yes, it's a really bad film, but it's nowhere near close. It's not a film that really irks me or I get into a rage about every time I think about this film. No, it does not do that. The bad news is I can think of a whole bunch of one-word syllables that I could describe to you about this film. Lazy, tedious, monotonous, boring, dull, asinine, a whole bunch of other words that I can't think of off the top of my head right now, but I can clearly say to you that this is that film that is one word. And then I think at one point I heard this was supposed to be a found footage film, but then the found footage bubble clearly burst, because clearly then it would have been a media contender for the worst films of the year. The plot, such as it is, and there's always a plot to this type of film, is that Joan, played by Jennifer Jason Leigh, yes, that Jennifer Jason Leigh who was in The Hateful Eight in 2014, now moves into the infamous Amityville home with her daughters Belle, played by Bella Thorne, and Julia, played by McKenna Grace. That girl is now a designated survivor, if you can believe it or not. That's how long this film has been delayed for, if you care to know. They moved the house due to the fact that Bill's twin brother James, played by Cameron Mahan, essentially, he's brain dead, although you don't tell Joan that. Clearly everybody else, including Catherine Morrison, who shows up for a few scenes, thinks he's dead. There's no life in him, but you don't tell Mama Bear that. No, you don't. The Catherine Morrison character basically tells Joan, "Did you tell them about the house?" And clearly, no, she didn't, because who wants to tell your kids that she moved in the infamous Amityville house? Of course, Bill at school meets Terrence, played by Thomas Mann, who is from Me, Earl, and Dying Girl, and he tells her, "Hey, look, you moved into the infamous Amityville house." And of course, Bill, being the idiotic person that she is, decides, okay, I'll research this and think to herself, okay, I'll confront Mom about this, and her mom basically says, "Oh, I don't want you to worry." Really? Because that's a really interesting conversation that goes utterly nowhere. First of all, let me just say, I think Terrence is added here just to add exposition to this film. Quite frankly, I don't think his character really does anything to provide that necessary exposition. But his idea is the only one original idea in this film. Hey, look, let's actually watch the original Amityville horror in the Amityville house. Isn't that amazing, folks? Which I think, yeah, sure, why not? Then, of course, the power goes out, and they have to go into the basement, which is an original because you're going down into the basement in a horror film. This film is an hour and like 25 minutes long, and you clearly get that there probably was a fascinating idea here to begin with. Now, clearly, eventually, everything does go where you expect it to. How hard is it to make a haunting house film be boring? Heck, even the Haunted Mansion's scarier than this. Also, the fact is, a lot of these conversations throughout this film end and start at zero. And again, there are a whole lot of dream sequences. I think they're a dream. Things are fake realities. I don't really know what it is. Conversation where I think it literally takes in a dream sequence here. Bill is confronting her mother, and her mother basically says, "Well, I gave up on God, so we moved into this house." So, and all the Bella characters say is, "Mom, No, I would ask, okay, so are you a devil worshiper now? Are you a Satanist? I mean, literally, that'd be an interesting conversation to have. But, no. That conversation ends. Wow. Also, again, I literally feel sorry for these actors. Bill Thorne, I guess people clearly think Bill Thorne can act. I feel sorry for Jennifer Jason Leigh. I feel sorry for Jennifer Morrison. I feel sorry for Kurtwood Smith, who shows up here as a doctor. For some really bizarre reason, at one point I thought to myself, hey, wasn't the Kurtwood Smith character supposed to be a priest? I just thought to myself that. I'm thinking to myself all throughout this film here, was the studio that bad at making a film so they wouldn't lose the rights to this story? And as I'm thinking to myself, no other franchise, with the exception of maybe the Hellraiser franchise, has been treated this badly by going to DVD territory. Even Chucky is treated with more dignity than this franchise right here. Every franchise I know, you know, Freddy, Jason, Michael, Chucky, but they all go for a respite. But here's the thing, those characters are actually interesting people. Amityville is a house, and not even a good haunting house film. So folks, in the end, what I'm about to say here is that the Amityville The Awakening is one of those films that I just sort of scratch my head and say, okay, there you go. Another film down so the studio can keep the rights until they want to sell it. So I'm going to say here, folks, is to me that, you know, Amityville The Awakening is only a good time when you're drunk. Hey, I'm watching the original Amityville, the Amityville house. Isn't that amazing, folks? No, it's not. So folks, what did you think about the Amityville Awakening film? Did you happen to like this film? If you did, congratulations. If you don't, oh well. What's your favorite haunting film? Below, rank all the Amityville films in the comment box below, folks. As always, folks, like, comment, subscribe, and enrich yourself with knowledge. I will see you next time, folks. Hopefully with a better film. Yes,